Welcome back, boys. In this video, I'm going to break down the biggest indicator of success. Now, one of my last videos, I talked about the 5 vices that are ruining your life. And every single one of those vices tie down to this one thing. They tie down to this one thing, which is self-respect. Every single one of those vices were killing your self-respect. And self-respect is the biggest indicator of how successful you are actually going to become. And this is why. It doesn't matter how much talent, how much potential, or how hardworking that you think you are. If you have a lack of self-respect, you're always going to hold yourself back, right? Because you don't feel worthy of the success. You don't feel worthy of that physique. You don't feel worthy of that raise at work. You don't feel worthy of that girl that you think you want. And when you don't feel worthy inside, you never actually live up to your full potential to be able to put yourself in a position to obtain those things. You have this weak energy inside of you, and it's like a smell. It reeks, and success is going to avoid you like the plague. Some of you guys complain about how other people don't respect you, but the truth is you don't even respect yourself. So how do you expect other people to respect you? Once people see that you love yourself, you take care of yourself, you're disciplined, you are a man of your word, you do what you say you're gonna do, they treat you with respect. But if you're lacking all of those qualities, it shows off, and people don't show you that respect, right? It comes off in your physique, comes off in your tone of voice, comes off in the way you conduct yourself. That's why people don't respect you. Self-respect, more importantly, the lack of self-respect, is associated with feelings of guilt, shame, and unworthiness. Now, guilt, shame, and unworthiness are the lowest frequencies that you could possibly have. Now, I'm going to get a little metaphysical on you guys, and we're going to talk about vibrations. So, both of these are vibrational charts. The lower on the chart you are, the lower frequency you're at. The higher on the chart you are, the higher frequency. The people who are the top of the top, the people who you look up to, the athletes, the entrepreneurs, all of the people in your life who you may look up to, who you may think about and be like, hey, I kind of want to be like that guy. All of these people are vibrating at a high vibration. Now, when you operate out of guilt, out of shame, out of unworthiness, look at this. It's the lowest frequency you could possibly be at. And the thing about vibrations is that you get what you put out. So if you're putting out a low vibration, you're going to attract low vibrations. So that's why people who drink tend to surround themselves with other people who drink. People who have the same vices, or people who just have a lot of vices, they tend to hang out with other people who have a lot of vices. People who have a lot of money tend to hang out with people who have a lot of money. People who are happy and fulfilled deep down tend to hang out with people who are happy and fulfilled deep down. You always get what you put out. So if you want to attract more abundance into your life of positive things, more money, more success, more status, better looking women, better quality women, that physique that you want, right? Better friends, more loyal friends. You need to first become that within yourself first. Let's get into the things that kill your self-respect. Number one thing is going to be vices. I already spoke about the 5 vices that are ruining your life. If you haven't watched that video, make sure to go check it out. I'll link it in the description. But vices are going to automatically kill your respect because they are an escape. You only do vices because you're not currently fulfilled with where you're at. So you try to trick yourself into thinking that you're in a better position than you really are. But you can't trick your brain. Your brain knows what's up. You can't trick your vibration, and they're only going to lower it, right? So vices is one of the biggest things. Second one is not keeping promises that you made to yourself. Every single time you tell yourself you're going to wake up at a certain time and you don't do it. You tell yourself you're going to hit the gym and you don't do it. You tell yourself you're finally going to quit that vice and you don't do it. You tell yourself that you're finally going to ask for that raise or do better at work and you don't do it. You kill your self-respect because you're not following through with your word to yourself. To yourself. Your subconscious already knows that you're a liar. You have all these vices and you show yourself you're not disciplined. What do you think is going to happen next time you're presented with this opportunity to become better? Let's say to get a raise or to to get a higher paying job. You're not going to be able to fulfill and to capitalize on that opportunity because your subconscious associates you with the type of person who doesn't follow through with his word, who's not actually disciplined, and thus you're not deserving of the better things in life. And so your subconscious is basically going to self-sabotage you into not actually getting those things that you want. So not only should you keep promises you made to yourself, but keep your word to others. Whenever you don't keep your word to others, once again, you kill your self-respect, right? Every time you make excuses, your subconscious takes a note. And the next time you try to be better, your subconscious brings you down to reality and it's like, nah, what are you doing? Why are you trying to improve? You know that you're not really disciplined. You know that you're not capable of having that physique. You're not capable of having that girl. You're not capable of having that life. Your subconscious will try to bring you down to the reality that you made it think that you have. And essentially, it all comes down to operating out of alignment with the man that you're supposed to be. Every single one of us has a certain purpose, has certain ethics, has certain morals, principles, has a certain creed, right? At least you should have a creed. If you don't have a creed, create one now. Create a list of different morals, principles that you have as a man and that you live by. When you live outside of this alignment with the type of man that you're supposed to be, you kill your self-respect. And sometimes you may not even be aware of it. Every time you feel that guilt, every time you feel a little shameful after you did something, that is your sign that you're out of alignment. And you need to go back right away as fast as possible. Now let's talk about how to actually rebuild your self-respect. So this is going to be a whole protocol that you could follow and your self-respect is going to go up. And this is the exact protocol that I followed when I had a loss of self-respect. So number one is going to be set a wake-up time earlier than 8 a.m. and hit that wake up every single day, no matter what, for at least 1 week. Do it for at least 1 week. Everything here you want to do for at least 1 week. You shouldn't be getting up later than 8 anyway, right? Unless you work some sort of night shift. In that case, just choose a wake up time that's earlier than the time you wake up now. And make sure you hit that wake up every single day. It doesn't matter if it's a Monday, it doesn't matter if it's a Friday, a Saturday, a Sunday. You wake up at that time, you don't hit snooze. That alarm goes off, keep the phone across the room from you so you have to get up, right? And then get your day started. Number two is you're gonna choose at least one vice that you have, and you're gonna go the entire week without indulging in it at all. I'm not asking you to cut off all your vices right away. That may be a little too much. But with just one vice, whether it's vaping, smoking, drinking, doom scrolling, whatever your vice is, video games, choose one and go the entire week without it. Your self-respect will start to rebuild itself. Number three, create a workout plan for the next week for at least 4 days where you're gonna train and make sure no matter what, you hit that fucking workout. You hit it no matter what. No excuses on the day that you intend. If you schedule the workout for Monday, you hit that workout on Monday. You don't transfer it to the next day. You don't say that you're going to hit it another day. You don't say you're too tired. You hit those 4 workouts, right? Now, all of these should be things that are integrated into your lifestyle, but you will start to see results within the first week of doing all of these things. So make sure you have a workout plan and get inside that gym no matter what. The next thing is if you make any promises to anybody the next week, you must keep them, right? That's why I don't make too many promises. When I speak to people, when they ask me to show up somewhere, when they ask me to do something, I'm always like, hey, no promises. I might do it, I might not. Because I know that if I make a promise, I'm going to have to do it. If I say I'm going to be somewhere, I'm going to have to be there. Or else I'm not a man of my word and I'm going to kill my self respect. It's not even about the other people, it's about me. It's kind of selfish, but it's true. I don't want to kill my self respect. It's going to hinder my success. So I'm not just going to make promises to just everybody. But if you do make promises, make sure that you keep them. You're going to be a man of character that way. Next up is one that I struggled with. It's showing up on time to places. There's something about being punctual that screams self-respect, not just self-respect, but also respect for others, right? Because when you show up on time, you show other people that you respect their time as well, right? And that that's a positive influence on your own life too. So if you have to be somewhere at a certain time, make sure you're there on time. Get there 5, 10 minutes early if you have to. I used to struggle with this a lot. I'm the type that always shows up anywhere I go, whether it's work, dates, like hanging out with my boys. I'm always late by like 5, 10 minutes, maybe 15. Something that I've really tried to work on a lot over the past. And every time I show up on time, I always feel better about myself. And then the last is choose one thing that you really want to work on. This could be something in your finances. This could be your fitness. This could be your social skills. This could be dating. Now, make it a habit to work on that one thing for at least 30 minutes every single day for the next week. Dedicate just 30 minutes out of your day and work on that. If you want to improve your finances and you have to learn a new skill, or maybe you have to take a certain test so you can get that certification and get higher pay, whatever it is, do that. Dedicate 30 minutes. If it's fitness, make sure you're spending like 30 minutes a day hitting those workouts, meal prepping, going on walks. If it's social skills, make sure you spend at least 30 minutes a day going outside, talking to strangers, talking to women, improving your dating, improving your social skills. Whatever your skill is, just choose one. You don't have to get too ahead of yourself just yet. Just choose one skill. Work on it for at least 30 minutes every single day for the next week. This is going to rewire your subconscious into thinking that you're actually a man who respects himself, because you're actually going after and taking action after the things that you want to achieve. And you're going to rewire your subconscious into thinking that you're someone who respects yourself. And next time you're faced with temptation, next time you're faced with the decision to not hold your word, to not wake up on time, you're going to do what the man who respects himself would do. You're going to keep your word, and you're going to show up as the man that you're supposed to be. That's a short one for you guys today, but this one is very important. If you don't have self-respect, you're just going to be living in a shell. You're never really going to unlock the full potential that you could have. So make sure you respect yourself and make sure you're living in alignment with the type of man that you're supposed to be. And I'll see you boys in the next one. Stay dangerous.